A great thing about kids is their willingness to believe that even the most far-fetched fairy tales are true. Well, our own Melinda Murphy tracked down a real-life fairy tale that has made believers out of kids of all ages. Good morning, Melinda.
Good morning, Julie. You know, this lovely story takes place in Minneapolis, and just like any fairy tale, this one is sure to touch your heart.
Once upon a time, 9 years ago to be exact, right next to Lake Harriet, an elf moved into this tree. What do you think he looks like? Teeny tiny?
Like this tiny.
And that tiny elf still lives here today.
Do you see him?
In fact, nobody's ever seen him.
Isn't he gonna come out?
No.
Well, we've never seen him.
But if they can't see him, then why do so many kids write to him?
Dear little guy, do you know a fairy named Twinkletoes?
Well, that's simple. He writes them back.
He told me he had a princess daughter.
Mr. Little Guy is his name. Every day, children leave letters behind this door for him, and he answers each and every one of them.
Do you think he'd write this many letters back? It's a lot of letters, isn't it?
All of these letters have caused quite a stir, so I did my darndest to track him down.
You know, I get to meet him later. He's going to do an exclusive television interview with us.
Cool. Will you have to bend down?
Well, yes. After all, he is only 6 inches tall. The stage was set for the big interview on one condition. We had to protect his identity.
There's so many things kids want to know about you. What's your biggest #1 question that everybody wants to know?
How tall am I? Which I'm taller than my younger brother and shorter than my older brother. What do I look like? Well, as you can see, I look just like my dad.
Absolutely.
What do you think he's got on? What do you think kind of clothes he wears?
Probably like a red little hat, like a brown shirt and a green vest and some blue pants.
In reality,
Pretty much elf clothing, comfortable. I kind of go towards khakis and green.
what do you think he eats?
I think he eats
Hay? You think he eats hay?
hay, grass, and seaweed.
Actually,
What do I eat? I eat minnows primarily. A minnow pizza is great.
What's your everyday life like? What do you do like in your off hours?
Same old thing everybody else does. Gets up, we brush our teeth, tiny little toothbrush, and go for a swim in the lake. Get dressed, talk to the insects, see what's going on.
Look, I found it. This is Brandon, age 7.
and what's going on is that kid after kid is coming to visit.
You like to see him maybe?
Yeah.
But he never comes out, huh?
I've almost been caught a couple of times. I have to scamper up the tree, get out of the way. It's really embarrassing in the morning when I'm just in my pajamas.
Every summer, Mr. Little Guy answers 1,500 letters. Most are very childlike, but some are all too grown up.
How nice of you to visit, and how nice that you are out of the hospital. You are such a brave little person. I am so proud of you. If you don't mind, I will think of you if I have to go to the hospital.
No wonder parents like him too.
I think it's a pretty special person that would take the time to think of other kids.
Do you think you're always going to do this?
I don't see stopping in the foreseeable future.
Dear elf, where do you get your food and things?
My guess is the children of Minneapolis are very happy to hear that. Of course, the hard part is waiting for their replies.
Bye, Elf.
Bye-bye.
No, I don't want to go home. If you go home, that way the elf can write back to your note. So next time you come...
Another neat thing Mr. Little Guy does, he signs every note with the phrase, "I believe in you," because he wants kids to believe that they can be anything they want to be.
What a nice guy he is for doing this.
Yeah, and he has a family. He has a wife named Martha and a daughter, a princess elf.
I don't want to know too much. I'll spoil the fairy tale. Thanks, Melinda. And now here's Hannah.